Hello, this is Jean from Literarily My Way. Today, hello, this is Jean from Literarily My Way. Today I want to share with you one of my projects. This is I scrapbook in addition to my blogging, and this is an example of one of my books. And I made this one for a friend whose birthday is today. And as you can see, memories, our family, happy home, together is our favorite place. And it's about him. This is my friend. His name is Ronnie. And he's my friend through my husband. So my husband is one of his best friends. And his wife is one of mine. And again, this is Ronnie. And when I think of Ronnie, there are many aspects to him. One of those aspects is he's a father. And so, faithful, example, trustworthy, a teacher, a leader, a protector. And over here, after I said father, I did some pictures, shared his family, kind of a montage. You see him with his wife, his children when they were small. And Ronnie is a minister, and so I also felt that the church and the church family should be a part of his scrapbook. So you see him here in the pulpit, and then you see again him at the church. And finally, be ye all of one mind, having compassion for one another, or for of another. Love as brethren, be pitiful, be courteous. 1 Peter 3:8. And so the butterfly was one of those symptoms I thought when I think of the evolution, the metamorphosis that's involved on who he is and who he was and who he will be. The church, and then you see the pastor. This is apostle. An apostle is his mother. And so I thought it was fitting that I share that as well. So this is Apostle Sarah Felix, and this is Ronnie. And you can see him again in church. And up here, this is one of his youngest daughter. And again, there's his mom. And so this page is at the church as well. The church is a very big part of who he is and who he has become. And it has been a saving factor for him. And again, you see the apostle here when with the people who are now becoming either ministers or deacons. And so these are some of the ministers and deacons here. And grateful, rejoice, joy. And again, you see the same here, last year. And then you see his mom here. That's Ronnie and his mom. And here you have his youngest daughter. These are some activities at the church. This is a church picnic. Over here you see more pictures of the church picnic, which is usually held annually. Unfortunately, there had to be a delay due to COVID. Okay, and this is his family. You see him with many people, with his children and his nieces and nephews. Oh, excuse me, not nephews, but his nieces. Here he is at a game with his wife and his 2 children. Here are 3 of his 3 children. He actually has 3 daughters. Nicole's the oldest, Gabby is the middle, and Serenity is the youngest. And so you see her again. You see his mother, one of his mother's sisters, that's his aunt. This is at one of the graduations, Gabby's graduation, with the family. And then his 2 daughters. I then looked at the family as a whole. As I said, family, church is important to him, family is important to him. And so you see various pictures of him with his family. And then I decided to go and basically designate pages. This is his mom. So this is my mom. And then you can see the various pictures of him with mom at different occasions. Pastor Appreciation Day, graduations, birthdays. There have been a number of occasions, and just sometimes just being at home. And again, there's his mom again. Different occasions. And more memories with his mom. Her at church. You see pictures of her on retreats, pictures of her at picnics and events, and at home. And then his wife, who's also very dedicated and committed to the church. But you see her, she sings at the church as well. So you see her at different picnics, at different events. This event was actually not at church. This was an event with and you see him here, he is and there's his wife. This is an event where we all celebrated, or they celebrated my husband and my birthdays, which are 5 days apart. And then you can see here something with his family. Okay, and again, there's more with his wife at a track meet, at a church event, at a get-together, and then his daughters. And I told you there were 3 daughters. Here they are. The oldest, Nicole, the middle one, Gabby, Dr. Gabby. She is now a PhD as of a few weeks. And then his youngest daughter, who is in college as well. But then you see pictures of them. And they mean a lot to him. Again, more pictures of his daughters. And then you see a picture, and I'm trying to see how you see a pictures of his middle daughter. There's Gabby. In her different, she's a praise dancer. She also sings. She's graduated, like I said, she just got her PhD in psychology. And there's her oldest daughter, his oldest daughter, Nicole. And then you see his youngest daughter, Serenity. And then his wife and his daughter. And again, more family pictures. And then you see pictures of him with his daughters. And what matters the most, I told you before, family and church. And the moments he lives for. There's my husband and another good friend. You see Ronnie and my husband together. You also see other folks that are very dear to us with the track team. And then again, there they are. Again, on this page, you see my daughter, my husband and my daughter, and with the family, because they are also family. And there's with the family and his goddaughter. And on this page, we're out to dinner. I remember I mentioned they took us out for our birthdays. And so we went to Fogo de Chao. And so here's a picture. And then, again, church. And then, again, the other thing that he's really big into was track. My husband and I had a track team, and he was one of the coaches. And so this was one of our first groups. And these pictures all reflect track and field and the lives that have been touched by Ronnie and by my husband. So a few articles, some pictures of them. We were AAU and USATF team with many junior Olympics along the way, so a lot of traveling. Starting with strength and conditioning in the fall, and then going on to other things, spring track, and then also summer track, and there were even cross-country seasons. So you get to see a picture of him in some of the practices, also at some of the meets. This gives you an idea of the times they spent, whether it was cold, We've been in 114 degree weathers at a track meet, and we've been in snow. Again, here are some more pictures. Really, some of these were in North Carolina, but they were all over. We did a lot of traveling. Okay, and again, this reflects the times that we mainly spent together, and it's how my husband and he met. It's through track. The cross country I mentioned to you earlier. And our team did a combination of things. Not only did we have sprints and distance and cross country, we had steeplechase, we had hurdles, we had throws, softball, shot put, discus, and javelin. We had race walking. We actually have some of the national champions. Matter of fact, one of our most decorated ones is my son, and the one that has been recently now the most decorated just participated in the Olympic trials. Didn't make the team this year, but not bad for a 21-year-old. Again, here are more pictures. I believe that's at LSU. I'm in Birmingham, in Orlando, Jacksonville, and a combination of other places, Tennessee. Team time, like I said, sometimes we had a good time when we would go to Orlando, and in between the meets and everything else, we managed to be at different places, the beaches in Houston, renting houses, cookouts, and so you get to see, we did pizza days. This one was in Vanderbilt in Tennessee. More pictures from that one. Going to visit others, doing college visits and having college meets. Okay, there we are again. Some pictures in Houston of some of the athletes that went. There they are. We are having a good time in Galveston. Here we are in Jacksonville. Okay, some of the Olympians that they have met along the way. Allison Felix, Lolo, there's just a variety of them. Maurice Green. You can see just a combination of athletes who our athletes have been exposed to. All the Olympians here, so we have been lucky there. Track scholarships and signings. Almost every single one of our athletes received offers. Some could not take it because academically, especially our boys, something we need to work on. One of our fastest little young ladies, and she's still running, and state champion in several events, and also national champion, and broke a long-standing record. So that was neat as well. She broke Angela Williams's record. That was many years old, and so that was a very special thing. And this is when she was 12 years old. So we are very fortunate to have her on a team. And Ken, there are more pictures of her. This is what I was telling you about the national. That's Angela, and that's Adasia. And the record says shattered. It wasn't even just a book record. It was a shattered record. And so that was very powerful. Our parents are very involved, so I had pictures. I thought he would want to see that. Where they also have run in parent coaches relays. Oh, one of the activities that I like to say is their favorite, but they probably would differ with me. Ice baths. We had them often. Usually we ask them to do them at home, but every once in a while we would have an ice bath for the athletes, just to make sure they were getting them in. So we would do it as a group with a whole bunch of, you can see, pools and a lot of ice. We've used trash cans. We've used a variety of things. Our motto, one team, one sound. And this was the birthday celebration for Coach a few years back. And what you see is we went bowling. And again, this is to Ronnie from us, my husband and myself, and my husband, myself, and our kids. And so this was a gift that we hope you cherish. And I'm in the process of hopefully adding a second book, maybe by his next birthday. We might be able to arrange that. But another book that takes over from where this one ends. And again, this is Happy Birthday Gift. Thank you for your time, and thank you for allowing me to share this scrapbook with you.